And these situations of not going to school are mostly likely to end up like that girl that was on that stage doing that to herself. Guys, that video of Zodwa Bantu literally singing herself with the bottle, or her dancer on stage doing that, is the reason why we should stay in school. That video is the reason why I'm pressed when I see kids that have got like Bo Baba Lo, Bo Jelly Baby, Bo Tando, that have got thousands of followers that will talk about how school is not cool, how school is a waste of time, how some of them are dropping out. Because they've got thousands of impressionable teenagers that follow them that want to be just like them. And these situations of not going to school are mostly likely to end up like that girl that was on that stage doing that to herself, which is so ill, which is so ill. And some people ask like, oh, they're not their kids. I don't care about them. This video is literally about them. This video is to talk to the other kids and to talk to parents. I wanted to be a dancer growing up, and my parents literally said to me, if you want to dance, you're gonna have to give us very good marks for us to let you to go to auditions, to go to rehearsals and what. They were like, you're going to have to give us very, very good marks for us to let you do that. And today I thank my parents, because they gave me a plan A. I had my plan A, right? They gave me a plan B. They gave me a plan B that is solid by keeping me in school, by making sure I get good grades, so that I can, if this doesn't work out, I can literally fall back and get a corporate career and be able to fend for myself in this world. Because the reason why Zodwa Bantu literally did that is because she wanted to be relevant. The bookings that she used to get, how much they used to pay her, she gets paid less now. And for her to do that on stage, more people are more creators, or these people that book them, these event managers will book her for that nonsense. And it's the funny thing, that dancer will be consistently embarrassing herself and doing that on stage. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that in private, Sana. Do that in private. And I think the reason, it's important to go to school so that in case your plan to be a social media influencer, to be a singing or artist or whatever doesn't work out, you've got something solid to fall back on. It's very important, guys. It's the reason why you still work and you still have benefits and everything, and you still have savings, so that you have something to fall back on. Adulthood, as a 16-17-year-old, you think you know everything about life, you think everything is jabby, everything is cool, right? The reason why that Han did that is because of brokenness, and I can even bet you Zodwa doesn't even pay her that much for her to embarrass herself that much. She could have made more money doing that on OnlyFans. The reason also why you would find Wandi Ndlovu from My Body Works for Me crying and saying that she wishes she would have finished her qualification. She even sometimes cries and says that she wishes she could change her life and become better. Because yes, you've got the followers, you've got the what, but at night, how do you sleep? Nah? You've got the followers. Okay, let's say you don't care about how at night you sleep, you are cool, you're dandy. The relevancy dies down. What's your plan B? Do you know what I mean? If your relevancy dies down and you've got a qualification, you can literally pick up your bag, pick up your qualification and go look for a job. Because I know some people will be like, oh, other people may battle like business guys. There are certain businesses now that are relevant because you are relevant. They are relevant because you're relevant. The moment you're not relevant, people support because you are you. There are certain businesses that are just not sustainable if you are not the person that you are. Guys, just advise your sisters, keep them in school. I'm begging you, because that Han would have not done that if he had a qualification to fall back on and just go to school. And another thing, this thing, fame, you want this fame, you do those things on stage. Then 10 years down the line, you're just like, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. Your digital footprint is disgusting, it's ill. You killed your digital footprint. Then now you want to go look for a job. Maybe they give you the job, then later on, They find out, oh, that was you on stage years back. You are fired, son. If a company is like, we don't want to associate ourselves with this. We don't. And then you find yourself so dark and deep in that life that you have to keep on sleeping with men. Your relevance has died down, but you just constantly have to do that. All in the name of, you could have just did a plan B and stayed in school. Guys, stay in school, get your matric, get your qualifications, and do your artistry, do all these things. But stay in school so that you have a plan B. The life of adulting, once your parents are not paying for your cosmetics, you have to pay your own rent and want. It's a whole different ball game, son. A different one. That video was wild, and I hope this video gets to kids. Stay in school, guys, so you don't have that. There was nothing cute about that thing. Nothing at all. Yo, let's delete you from the internet.
Here's the quiet part that no one is saying out loud. Since these topics always revolve around girls, I know some people will be pressed when I say this. Boys who have absent fathers and they were raised by single mothers are a yellow flag. Yellow flag means that more due diligence is needed, because since these boys did not have father figures to teach them mannerism, because that's something you don't learn in school, they end up looking for father figures in the streets. They learn to pursue any woman, even that girl on stage. They learn to do substances, and they don't even finish school. So basically, the father then becomes the streets. And most of the time, these boys, they see their moms do everything and be superheroes and be strong. They develop this toxic mind view of women. They end up developing this personality disorder where they become men on the outside and feminine in the inside. They also don't realize at an early age that due to the absenteeism of fathers in the household, their mothers had to do what they had to do to provide for them. And it wasn't even their mother's first choice. These boys end up growing, devaluing women's work. You'd hear them also devaluing women in general. And they're also most likely to even repeat the cycle because they did not learn mannerism. They did not learn that because you don't learn it in school. These are the types of boys who also grow up to stand in the corners talking about women because there's no father figure in the house to teach them. They end up developing this disdain that they have for women, anything that is about women. They have a mindset also of banyana ba kidifewe. This is why I say they devalue women's work because of the environment these young boys grow up in. What people don't also realize is that you don't learn a mannerism in school, you learn it through your parents. Because at the end of the day, gaining education is about gaining employment. And gaining education does not mean that automatically you have mannerism. There are many layers that comes into having a child. Because the responsibility then it becomes yours as a parent to develop them intellectually. Otherwise, you're going to have this problem where black children gain life experiences in the streets. Nothing you are taught to implement upon your life from the streets has value unless you are observant and you use that mind view to bettering yourself. But how many of us has the capability of doing that when you're young and impressionable? So don't just teach them to go to school. Teach them mannerism. Teach them also on how to conduct themselves. Don't just leave that to school responsibilities. There's only so much a school can do. It is not the school's responsibility to raise your child for you. You're not having kids for the school, you're having them for yourself. Because you're also going to bear the fruits of their actions as well. You cannot plant bad seeds and then expect them to grow into fresh oranges. It doesn't work like that.